All right, y'all. Peacemaker is coming back next Thursday, and it's been about 4 years since the last season. So I wanted to take some time to recap every episode until we get there next Thursday so that we are fresh and ready to go once we get hit with that heat, because so much has happened in the last 4 years. So let's get into it. And spoilers if you haven't seen the first episode of Peacemaker season 1. Duh. All right, so boom. Season 1 starts with a recap of what happened in the Suicide Squad, because this Peacemaker is the same from that film that was done by James Gunn, not the one with Will Smith. By now, y'all should know the gist. Amanda Waller put bombs in some criminal's head and gave him an offer to go onto a mission to get time off of their sentence. What made this film significant is that Peacemaker killed Rick Flag Jr. when he threatened to blow the whistle on Amanda Waller. And that two main characters from the show, who I'll talk about in a second, turned on Amanda Waller so that the criminals could get out. The biggest thing that you need to remember from this is that Rick Flag Jr.'s final words were, "Peacemaker, what a joke." The show begins with Peacemaker in the hospital after we thought he was dead. Turns out all he had was a broken clavicle, and he's pretty durable. He has a conversation with his favorite janitor where he learns that he's perceived as a racist man and that he over polices Black and brown people. He also kind of gets the go ahead to just leave, and he thinks that he's free from Amanda Waller. But on his way out, we see one of the nurses text some mysterious person named Myrrh that he is leaving. Cut to a woman named Adebayo who is talking to her wife. She is starting a new job filing papers, but it's clear that her wife has some concern. Adebayo reassures her by saying, "Don't worry, I'm not built for this shit. Remember that." Peacemaker returns to his trailer, and unfortunately, he has to break inside. He checks his messages on his cell phone, and he has a bunch from this man called Vigilante, who is sad that they can't do vigilante shit together. All of a sudden, he realizes that he's surrounded by people with guns. His captors reveal that they are his new teammates. Peacemaker really thought that he got away from Amanda Waller, but just like in the Suicide Squad, he has to work off his sentence, so he has to join this team. The team consists of 4 people. Myrrh, who is the leader, Economos, who's their tech guy, Harcourt, who is the brawn, and Adebayo, who is not built for this shit. The mission is to take down these alien invaders called the Butterflies, who have infiltrated the world and are taking over people without the general public's knowledge. After that, Peacemaker goes to talk to his father to catch up and re-up on equipment and get his pet Eagly. When he enters the house, his father is listening to some very conservative talking, but through all that red pill bullshit, we hear him talking about alien invaders and how they live among us. It's very clear that his father does not like him, but he does give him Eagly back and some new helmets. Cut to the headquarters where Harcourt and Economos are questioning Adebayo about her placement on this team. As I mentioned, in Suicide Squad, they did something to Amanda Waller to get her upset. And so being on this mission is punishment for them. And they're wondering, who is this woman and why is she being punished? Apparently she don't know. Peacemaker then joins the team at a restaurant in full costume, which they roast him about. And I mean, rightfully so. I probably would have roasted him, but also he's like, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And also he wants to be comfortable in that suit, and I don't blame him. I love you, Johnson. Afterwards, Adebayo and Peacemaker have a little heart to heart where she tries to touch Eagly. He doesn't let her, but he warns Adebayo against Myrrh and says that he's heard about him before and he is a grimy man, so be careful. Which is very odd because Myrrh seems very sweet and level-headed. Afterwards, Peacemaker goes to a bar and sees Harcourt and tries to make a move on her. Obviously, she says no. And then she washes up some men who are being a little misogynistic and are mad that they also got rebuffed. After being rejected, Peacemaker goes home with a bar maiden. And then we cut to Adebayo, who's on the phone with Amanda Waller. And Amanda is asking Adebayo to hide some diary in Peacemaker's trailer. And we find out that Adebayo is Amanda Waller's daughter, and she's there as a spy on the team. It sucks because she seems really sweet. Post-coitus, Peacemaker is having a good time with his barmaid, and she has incredible music. You know, he's really relaxing. When all of a sudden, she viciously attacks him. And let me tell you, my girl is cooking. She got super strength. She's very durable. He's throwing her through walls, and it is not affecting her. Finally, he makes his way outside of her apartment and uses one of his helmets to vaporize her. And then we see the police are on their way. Now that's it for episode 1 of Peacemaker. We'll move on to episode 2 tomorrow.